talking. Hot this long. Started from nothing, but he got this strong. Threw the rock from a pebble. Pedal rock before I...
Oh my God. I got some shit we can listen to that will fuck all y'all shit up. Y'all want to listen to some shit? Remember okay, let me tell you some shit. Let's talk about it. I got news about 3 months ago that, was it 3? It was like January that PBC was for sale. Like literally, you know, the money, the well has run dry to the point where Al Heyman is not, like, his manager fee, his advisor fee, his 15%. Technically, the man is basically working for free from what I've been getting from it. So it's time to educate you a little bit. I got some shit y'all can watch that will enlighten you. And I'm hoping to get one of these dudes on the podcast. So where is it at? Where is it at? I want y'all to listen in. Now, you may think that's why listen, it's some shit. I know a lot of shit, but see, it would take too long. It's like a 2-hour fucking video to talk about all the PBC shit I know. At one point in time, I was sworn to secrecy. There's like, yo, TstreeT, don't talk about that shit because they already gonna call you a hater. They not gonna believe you. They gonna say you made that shit up because you know. So now the news has been like, it's out there now. It's out there. It's out there. It's out there. But yeah, I want y'all to listen to something. I'm going to explain to you who these guys are too. So you may think, you know, I take presentation quality very, very, very seriously. So a lot of people, well, let's go here. It starts at, consider this an intermission. I want y'all to listen in really, really carefully. You're about to get some real inside scoop shit. Y'all listening? Y'all about to get some real inside scoop shit. Right? Not just about from shit I've been saying, but from shit that's, you know, been going down. And it's like the news is out there. So listen in. And I'm going to break all of this down to you and who these figures are. And, you know, and I'm going to dumb everything down. No disrespect, but I'm going to dumb everything down for you. I'm going to dumb everything down for you.
So there's some sort of competition at the top level.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a monopoly. There's one entity that owns the whole sport. You have
wait, here we go.
Common worker.
Hey, let's see. Well, I love how John is like poo-pooing on unions the whole time, and now all of a sudden he's like, "What has a union? And they would have negotiated."
I'm very strong on unions. Why do you always poo-poo?
No, poo-pooing on the effect of an MMA union.
Oh no, because it's the same thing with Major League Soccer.
Now, once again, I'm going to explain to you who these people are, but I want you to. I'm fucking with y'all in a way. I want to see how intelligent you people are. You know, I believe in you guys. I want you to follow what's going on.
My problem with that is a union, you know, when you're the product, it's not going to get a wage share because, like Major League Soccer has a union and they get a tiny fraction of the revenue coming through Major League Soccer.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a monopoly. There's one entity that owns the whole sport. You have no way to leverage the different owners against each other.
You're a small amount. I think it's 20%, I think.
20 to 25, and they at least got the stars there at least get the ability to go over to Premier League and, you know, La Liga and Serie A and all them. So there's some sort of competition at the top level. But yeah,
especially when you're bringing people in.
Yeah, so that's my one thing. It's not that unions are bad. It's just it's not going to be the miracle cure in MMA that people would imagine based on, you know, it's nothing that it won't work the way it will in the other major leagues.
All right. Anything else on the financial front?
I think we covered it.
All right. So what does that lead us into? That leads us into the rumor that is going around that Endeavor might buy Premier Boxing Champions. Because evidently, do you want me to read a little bit about that, what that post was? that Facebook post?
The Rick Glazer one, or is this the one by Steve Kim?
I haven't seen the Steve Kim one yet. What's the Steve Kim one?
Steve Kim was mentioning the same thing, and I can't remember where it was that he'd heard stories that Endeavor was looking to buy PBC. And there's other people. This is actually floating around though. There's people in the know that say this is true. That there's been talks for going on for months now. Not that it's going to happen, but there's been talks for months. A few people said that few people told me they think it's going to happen.
An interesting thing here is that PBC is wrapped up into Heyman Sports.
Yeah.
And Heyman Sports is wholly owned by Heyman Holdings, which was between Heyman and Waddell and Reed. But not just PBC was in Heyman Sports. The fighters' management contracts is also in Heyman Sports. That's an interesting part as well of this whole thing. And so it appears like, what do you think they're even buying? They're buying Heyman Sports. What package do you think they're getting here? If they seem to have the management contracts as well as the PBC and TV contracts and all that.
Well, I was on Kurt Emhoff's box.
Hey, do me a favor. This guy right here, I've been following him for a long time. His name is Paul Giff. He is actually, if you ever heard about the Heyman lawsuit, and you ever seen any with Golden Boy and Top Rank, if you ever seen any of the paperwork, then it likely came from him. He covers all of that legal stuff with Waddell and Reed and all that stuff. Like I forgot what his job title was called again, a financial analyst or something like that. But these are very credible dudes, and they're very well known in what they do in regards to following financials and, companies' growth. And, for example, how UFC is not doing very well doing pay-per-views exclusively on ESPN Plus. That's a whole different, thing. But I want y'all to follow what's going on. So let me just break down things a little bit for you. PBC has been losing a lot of money. And it's partly because, from what we've been seeing, fighters on the PBC side make a lot of money. But profit is not necessarily being turned. And yes, it's great to take care of the boxers and everything, and I love it. But now Heyman's in a situation where I'm going to let a little bit more of a play. So we're still waiting for the press conference to start for Pacquiao versus Thurman. And now shit is about to get really, really good. And we're going to talk about the zone too. And now shit is about to get really good, what they're about to talk about. My mic is, I know. I got to see, this is a new microphone, so it's like, I keep forgetting I don't have to be up on it. So I got to get used to, like, the reason why I got this microphone, for one, is for the podcast, but also so I can be like back here and chilling and y'all can hear me. So, all right. Just listen in.
Yesterday talking about this, and Kurt, friend of the show, Kurt Emhoff, one of the only list watchers of the show, Kurt. But I was on this, we were talking about this, and it's like, it's really, if it happens, this is really interesting, because it's going to be really confusing and opens a can of worms, because PBC is a completely different structure than even other boxing promotions. And I've said this before on Twitter, PBC is probably the closest you have to a fighters union in combat sports. Because he's assembled a cartel of boxers and leveraged them. And as a manager, he puts them together as a package, sells them for a lot of money, the package deal from Showtime and Fox. And what he collects is not profit from what they're paying for the shows, because, what he collects is a percentage of the purses that the fighters make. That's his primary source of revenue to the PBC. And it's not, PBC is just a brand name. It's really, Heyman Sports is the actual entity. So if they're taking over Waddell and Reed, are they investing in Heyman Sports and becoming kind of like partners with him? Or are they buying him? If they're buying him out, I don't know how it works, because you're losing the whole entity that keeps all the boxers there. So, but if they're taking a Waddell and Reed spot to be kind of partners with Heyman, well, that means they're now managers collecting a percentage. But how I guess, are they going to be happy with that with Endeavor? Or are they going to want to take PBC and put them in, instead of be more of a promoter and start putting up package deals so they can get, put on events. It's like all the revenue. I mean, there's just so many questions with this, because then it opens the can into, I guess, Olliac violations. There's a bunch of Olliac violations at that point. And another weird thing is they make the argument that boxing is part of the relevant market MMA is for the antitrust suit for monopoly, but now you're buying a huge chunk of boxing, and so the two parts of the relevant.
No, the press conference starting soon. They're at lunch. They did Caleb Plant and Mike Lee first, which was pretty good, and now they're going to they're at lunch right now, and they're doing Pacquiao Thurman. But this right here is three financial analysts that work very closely in mostly in MMA from what I've been seeing, and they're talking about the news about PBC being for sale and how difficult it is for Heyman to sell PBC because of how he's manipulated the fighters' contracts, and he's a manager or an advisor, not a promoter, and how the Muhammad Ali Act is in the way, and also that PBC is just not profitable. I gotta fix the echo. I did fix the echo. What are you talking about? Oh, Ray, god damn it. That shit's old. I fixed the echo like a week ago, man.
Relevant market combat sports, you're gonna buy in both. I mean, that brings up some sort of, you'd think it'd bring in some sort of FTC scrutiny. So that's I mean, there's just a lot. The whole thing's gonna be, I hope it does happen, because it'll be fascinating as shit if it does.
Something is interesting, because technically Zuffa is not buying the rights Endeavor.
It's not Zuffa. Yeah, it's not people that, the UFC. UFC's not. It's Endeavor. This wants to make a giant property of content, sports, other stuff, content that they can sell.
So basically, it's a group. Like the Perform Group is the investment group that owns the Zone. And Endeavor is a similar group. They want to have UFC and boxing under their banner. So, and they'll be able to leverage that for more TV dates. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it and dumb it down for you, but I want y'all to really, really process what they're saying. I changed the setup. Doesn't it look more professional? Also got a podcast started. I'm going to be having guests like this one.
And it does make, and I've said for a while, it makes a lot of sense for them to get into boxing. I also have heard rumors for a while that they've been, talking to PBC, Golden Boy, and Top Rank. They want to get someone, so that's the best way to get their feet in, I guess, is get a major promoter. So we've heard this for a while. It makes sense for me because it's content they can sell. Endeavor's awesome at getting better. They might look at it and say we can get better TV deals and sponsorship for these guys. That's where we can bring better revenue in. And also, the only real substitute for the UFC on channels in combat sports, it's not other MMA promotions because they're not that big, it's boxing. Well, now you have your replacement for the UFC in negotiations is one of the potentials is PBC. If they buy them, no, you don't have an option. We have both. So it gives them a lot more leverage in negotiations for TV deals and stuff.
Right.
So this company, they want to have UFC in boxing. And to be able to go to the TV networks and be like, look, y'all don't got no combat sports. Y'all got to give us more TV dates. And that's what I heard is that the actual PBC TV dates are really important in the sale from 4 sources. And also, well, I can't say it.
What do you think about all this, Jason?
Well, it seems really complicated. Complicated, but then yet not so complicated. I would say that, from the business perspective, it seems like a slam dunk for something that Endeavor would do. It would be cornering the market on combat sports. So the complicated part, of course, as John has outlined, is that it does seem like they are cornering the market on combat sports.
Trying to get a monopoly.
You'd have to think that even though the sports are different, MMA and boxing, that it would be something that the FTC somebody would have to look into whether or not this is,
So this company or this investment group, they're more concerned about, they want combat sports. They want to be in control of UFC and boxing. They want to corner the market. They want to, somewhat monopolize. So the problem is, it's like, legally, can a company be allowed to do that? Or, an investment firm, because it creates antitrust issues and all kind of shit like that. But the biggest takeaway of all this is Al Heyman is definitely trying to find a way to sell PBC. Not necessarily because of him, from what I've been gathering, is because he owes about a good $500 million, $500 million. You know how much money that is? Now, don't get it twisted. Al Heyman himself is about a billionaire. If you still believe in that Forbes 15 million shit, then you're a foolish, foolish man. 80s and 90s concerts, rap concerts, and all that shit, that was all Al Heyman. But anyway, whatever. That's way down the.
This is engulfing the market here. I mean, the obvious questions would be, how would you define the market, and if you just define it as MMA and boxing, then it's going to go through. But how are other competitors going to view this? I mean, I could only foresee some sort of lawsuit happening, but
likely from Top Rank. Like, hold up, how can they have But then Top Rank is on ESPN, where UFC is. So if you think about it, right? ESPN, well, UFC, a lot of people don't talk about this, but UFC and boxing on ESPN are under the same banner. So it's like, in a way, it's the same package. So even though Top Rank fights may not be as good as like some UFC fights, and their deal may not be as big, it's still not necessarily just under the same network, but the same banner.
Who knows? I wish thinking I'm not.
See, I didn't think of an antitrust issue on this one, but I'm going to throw a quick wrench into what John was saying.
All right, listen to this part right here. I'll be right back. Bloody, they are mostly MMA guys, like they're financial analysts. I'm gonna put the link to the article down below in the description box, which gives. In fact, I got to give them a plug since I'm using their shit. So here, we're going to go to, let's see. The Show Money crew is Paul the Economist, Jason the Lawyer, and John of Bloody Elbow MMA Financial Analyst. But they're not just some regular guys. Like, they have, say in what they're talking about. So I'll be right back. This is the press conference. It hasn't started yet. We're still waiting. Let's see. Yeah, they're at lunch, so it's starting soon. Listen to this.
Because you're talking about, this is all done live. We're filming on Sunday night, May 19th, by the way. At 9 o'clock at night, and I still haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Can I take a guess what the wrench you're going to throw on?
Huh?
You going to take a guess what the wrench you're going to throw on?
What? Go ahead.
Is it that PBC talked about converting from a managerial position to a league?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought.
No, but
Al
Heyman admitted, you're talking about how they make their money with commissions. Al Heyman admitted that they that they waived their commissions for all management commissions for PDC events, that they've been waiving them, which might explain why it appears that they're losing so much money. And again, if you believe that one post about why partially why Waddell and Reed might be getting so.
No, my understanding is he waived the Heyman thing, but that revenue was going to Waddell and Reed to pay him back.
Say it again.
My understanding was he was waiving his management commission, and what he was doing is that money was going to Waddell and Reed.
I don't know.
That sounds a little. That's not really waiving. That's like redirecting.
Yeah, but he was supposed to get a cut of that. He was, not taking his cut for whatever reason, but it was paying off. I don't know. That's what my understanding. I was told.
That might be against some rules there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it has all the management contracts were in Heyman Sports, and Heyman Sports waived all their management commissions. But I don't know. The one interesting thing about
y'all hear this? You understand what they're saying? Now, something is fishy about that if it is true. You know, that Al Heyman is either waiving his management fee, you know, like basically the money that the fighters pay him, or if he's not waiving it, you know, then it's going to his investors. You know, in a way like, look, I know shit is fucked up right now. Here, take my bread. Wow, fix this.
What might be what might be going on, why Waddell and Reed might be so irritated, just to give our listeners some numbers. Kurt and one other person.
Listen to this crazy ass shit. Now, this is the reason why many feel PBC is for sale and why the rumors, in my opinion, are true.
Who's listening? Right, we know that $585 million was put into the PBC venture, but it appears that there was a Waddell and Reed investment of $925 million into PBC and maybe other stuff. There are two things that I've been able to track throughout. One, two holding series rounds, and they started at $620 million combined valuation. That was in 2014. As of March of this year, they're valued at $720,000. Basically,
listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. This crazy shit.
Reed might be so irritated, just to give our listeners some numbers. Kurt and one other person who's listening. Right, we know that $585 million was put into the PBC venture, but it appears that there was a Waddell and Reed investment of $925 million into PBC and maybe other stuff. There are two things that I've been able to track throughout. One, two holding series rounds, and they started at $620 million combined valuation. That was in 2014. As of March of this year, they're valued at $720,000. Basically zero. And so who knows if that's well, who knows? That might be driving a lot of what's going on here. But along with waiving management commissions, the interesting thing is, what would Endeavor do when they bought this? Like you mentioned, what would they do when they bought this, and what happens to Al Heyman? You have to keep him there. You can't not have him as part of the package, right? Don't you think?
Oh, Al Heyman is the package. If you think about if you don't have Al Heyman, right, what are you getting? You're getting a bunch of fighters, boxers, but their commitment is to Al Heyman, who they really trust. And if you don't have to, anything goes wrong, they can instantly get up. Not instantly. They're not going to resign. There's options now for boxers, Top Rank, and the zones out there throwing millions around. So there's options. You could just see a huge exodus of boxers, and plus, Showtime and Fox are in the business. They could start signing other promoters, giving them money who will be signing PBC boxers. Without Heyman, I just don't see it work. You need him there. And then, although I find it interesting, to get back first to that waiving. Also, I'm not sure, the waiving might have also been taking any fees out until the venture started proving it could make money, because they were bleeding so much money. So the waiving might have been, we've got to wait. We're not going to make any money on this until whatever we're doing starts working, and it obviously didn't work. But to get back to what Endeavor might be making, in those depositions, the PBC guys did talk about a plan to switch to a league structure, which is like the UFC.
So yeah, let's stop it right there just to give you guys a little update of what's been going on. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where to start. It hasn't been adding up for a while, Paul. It hasn't been adding up for a long time, but I've been getting so much shit because I'm black and I work on YouTube, and we're supposed to, apparently on YouTube, when you're black, you got to ride with Al Heyman no matter what. You can't call out any of his faults. But shit been fucked up for a long time. Did you hear that? 925 down to 720,000 as in regards to value. Now, that's not saying, I'm not no economist or anything like that, but just from the outside looking in and being able to process a good portion of this information without all the mumbo jumbo, shipping real fucked up. So now, correct. So now Al Heyman is coming out of his pocket And these are not just these people right here. These three you're seeing right now are what's called industry sources. Even though their stream, their little video right here only got like 300 something views, they are people that are in the know. These three guys right here are in the know. You don't have to have a big old following like motherfucking that old nut ass shit Chris Broussard did. If it was true that he didn't have KD number, that you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But people be knowing shit, man. And this is real news. And the thing is, a lot of the YouTubers who are so pro Al Heyman, they don't be helping him. They don't be saying, you guys got to buy these pay-per-views. You guys got to support. You know, it's weird. I can go on and on all day, but you know, I'm not, you know. Like, it's, to me, honestly, it's sad to see that it's come to this. The man is working for free. He borrowed, okay, it's like this. He borrowed all his bread, right? Let's dumb it down for you. Let's dumb it down for you. Let's dumb it down for you. He borrowed all his bread, or somebody borrows all his bread, right? And say, yeah, listen, let's talk street talk then. Somebody gets all his bread and say, listen, I'm going, you know, move this weight. You know, I'm gonna get this bread, move this weight, I'm gonna pay you back. Cause I'm telling you, this shit gonna be fire. Wait till this shit hit the streets, it's gonna be fire. Like, motherfucking fiends gonna be lining up all like down the block every day. You know, $10,000 a day block. Then people like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why the cops always on the corner? Like, did you know that like they was already going to start cracking down on this block before you decided you want to start setting up shop on this block? What the fuck? They tearing down those houses over there, those crack houses. So now, you know, it's this clear ass view of like us hustling over there or from the main street. So now where you going to move to? Oh, they block? It's already niggas over on that block. So we got to beef with them and, you know. No, this is real news. See, that's the thing, Beezus Ogan. That's, you know, like, and you type it in all caps, niggas like you in denial. This is not real news. This is gossip news. Three white guys talking and not proof. See, niggas like you is like blind as fuck. Like, it's a shame that y'all niggas got to be like that. And I'm, you know, see, I didn't broke the fourth wall. I didn't said nigga about, listen, y'all niggas be weird. Y'all niggas be like, y'all niggas don't be right. You know, it's the fights, everything that PBC is doing right now, they should have done this shit in 2014. Am I wrong? The fights we're getting now, the PBC countdown, the PBC motherfucking fight camps, the PBC face-to-face, all them shits is fire. And they're available on your DVR and everything. He should have been doing this shit in 2014. Instead, they was giving us all these like A-side versus J-side fights. This is not like, you know, like, this is like known news. This is known news. This is not me sitting here just saying shit. Because I don't have no emotional attachment to none of these promoters, none of these. Y'all should know. I don't suck no dick for no credentials, no nothing. I'm blessed. Here y'all right here. Every one of these I get, I'm blessed. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to change my life views and not tell the truth to get one of these. No way. I know more about Al Heyman than I wish I did not know. Like Magic Johnson type shit. But however, you know, the man been making mistakes. He been making mistakes. Yeah, JC, you're a son of a bitch. But however, you know, you do deserve a wrench, but I'm sorry, I don't give wrenches to people who don't have an avatar of any kind. Where's the paperwork on this? This guy right here, his name is Paul Gift, the guy in the blue shirt. He was the one that first released all the PBC paperwork from the Top Rank lawsuit. No, the Golden Boy lawsuit. Like he's a financial analyst for like combat sports. Like it's his job. Like he's not just some, you know, he's not out here trying to like do news to get. He's not like a dude out here trying to do news to get like clout and everything. It's his job. Look at his collar of his shirt. Like, oh, like this his job is to get like financial shit. He not on here just talking as some fucking dingy ass white dude. Like, yeah, PBC is being sold, and I'm a white guy being, you know. You gotta put something up there, man. Put something. I don't give a fuck what it is. Put something up there. You know. Yeah, no. The reason why there's no mods on here because this is my burner channel. God damn it! You said okay. You know what? Shit. Here. It's my burner channel. Shit. I don't manage this channel. I'm just here. Okay. I don't want to stream on my main channel until my podcast is done and until my format is like fully 100% like crisp. I don't want no bullshit streams on my channel. I can stream on my channel. Nothing's wrong with my channel. I don't want to stream on there. You know, my channel is under like a we gotta finish this. The press conference is starting soon. We gotta finish this. The press conference is starting soon. Let me check. This is the press conference right here. So they were on lunch. All right, just shut up. You're pissing me off. Don't get me untethered. You don't want to see TstreeT untethered. All right, now listen to this. So listen, and you know, like soak in the information.
Package. If you don't have Al Heyman, right? What are you getting? You're getting a bunch of fighters, boxers, but their commitment is to Al Heyman, who they really trust. And if you don't, you know, anything goes wrong, they can instantly get up. Not instantly. They have contract. They're not going to resign. They're going to. There's options now for boxers, Top Rank, and the zones out there throwing millions around. So there's options. You could just see a huge exodus of boxers, and plus, you know, Showtime and Fox are in the business. They could start getting signing other promoters, giving them money who will be signing PBC boxers. Without Heyman, I just don't see it working. You need him there. And then, although I find it interesting, to get back first to that.
Another thing I did hear is, even though Al Heyman wants to, or from my get it, he may not want to sell PBC, he's being forced to by investors because technically they own it. Al Heyman still has to be involved, and I've heard that he is going to keep his big guy, like his top fighters, and a lot of, you know, some of the fighters he likes, guys like Wilder, Errol Spence, you know, guys like Sean Porter may go, who's been, you know, voicing his frustration, shit like that.
The waving. Also, I'm not sure. The waving might have also been taking any fees out until the venture started proving it could make money, because they were bleeding so much money. So the waving might have been, you know, that we've got to wait. We're not going to make any money on this until whatever we're doing starts working, and it obviously didn't work. But to get back to what Endeavor might be thinking, in those depositions, the PBC guys did talk about a plan to switch to a league structure, which is like the UFC. And so that might be the model they're looking for, but what is a league structure they're thinking about? I mean, that's the way they paid. They said we'd give boxers a set pay, and then they'd get a split, kind of like the NFL. They were saying, okay, well, you know, what's the split? NFL boxers usually get more than 50%. So I don't know if they'd be happy with that, but that's the league model they were using. But it is interesting that when they're talking about PBC, they're talking about a guaranteed split with the boxers. That's the only way they can get it to work, to go to a league. I find that somewhat interesting.
And why? Because
well, just
because of UFC, I know.
No, well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if this happens. It'll be really interesting, the reaction from UFC fighters, because I mean, no matter what, there's no way you can't take boxing and put it in the UFC model, because you're going to lose all your boxers. The stars make a lot of money in boxing, and stars, you know, they're just not going to sign on for those type of contracts. So that'll be one of the intriguing things. That's why I hope it happens, because it'll be kind of
It wouldn't be Zuffa boxing though; it'd be Endeavor boxing.
Well,
they try to. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Zuffa boxing might be their promotional entity they put together for this. It won't. Yeah, you know.
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Jason?
Oh no, I was just gonna say something snarky. Sorry. Go ahead.
Would they bust out the Zuffa boxing title? Would they try to work around Ali Act?
I remember PBC tried to. Remember when PBC, Jason, when they had that they're going to rumored to be making their own titles.
Yeah.
And Tim Lukanoff wrote a letter to the Attorney General, and it kind of disappeared after that. You think that UFC that they put a lot of thought in how they make money, and even if the Ali Act doesn't get passed, you think they put a lot of thought what would happen if it got passed. So part of me wonders if they put so much thought in that, and they saw loopholes and stuff that no one's taking advantage of. They're like, you know what? We could make our own sanctioning organization. We could make our own belt and titles. The stuff that PBC was planning, why don't we try to do that? So,
yeah. And I don't think, by the way, I just me thinking this, I don't think the Ali Act expansion is going to pass anytime soon. And I don't think, and again, I hate to be the downer on this, but I don't think the Ali Act has a lot of the present one. It has a lot of weight currently right now. It would be interesting to see if that were to be challenged. But I definitely think that it's weaker in practice than we had originally thought.
Now, what makes you say?
So, what are you guys gathering from all this? Oh yeah, that's actually going to come. I'm going to start taking people's wrenches away until they actually show their face. I can't have things are changing. So let me give you a little rundown what's going on. I'm waiting for the Pacquiao Thurman press conference to start. They did Caleb Plant, IBF 168-pound champion versus Mike Lee first. Now they're having lunch. I'm getting content as we speak. They're still doing interviews and everything. And Pacquiao and Thurman are about to have their press conference soon. So we've been talking about the looming PBC sale, or how Al Heyman and his team are trying to figure out how they're going to sell it. But actually, I've been hearing that the deal is done. But they're just taking care of the little small shit. So I'm streaming on this channel until I get my format down and my podcast right, and then we'll be back on the main channel. The main channel has been doing really good. It's organic content. The replay value and my watch time is very high. So I'm very, very, very proud of that. That means my shit is real. So basically, if you don't know how YouTube works, one person can do a video that gets 50,000 views, and another person can do a video and gets, I would say, 10,000 views, and they can still make the same amount of money, or the one that gets 10,000 can make more. So I take pride in that. It's not necessarily all about those views. They may look good cosmetically, but I like that organic shit. I've been even drinking a lot of almond milk, and the shelf life is amazing. So while we're waiting for this press conference, what you want to talk about? Austin Trout got his case coming up. They're going to talk about that next.
Yeah, just the history of all the lawsuits.
History of all the lawsuits, and then what we'll be probably seeing in this summer with the Austin Trout case, in which, to basically break it down, he lost on summary judgment with all the Act claim in federal court because WBO, World Boxing Organization, Puerto Rico, indicated that he had freely signed his promotional contract, which included an arbitration clause in which any claims arising out of issue with the WBO be arbitrated through a WBO-appointed arbitrator. And, guess who's the arbitrator? The WBO. So his Ali Act claim will be arbitrated, not litigated in federal court. So there's the issue right now. So that case is up right as we speak.
So Austin Trout, I'm going to tell you this story the best way I can remember. Probably going to be a little fucked up, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. Austin Trout was ranked by the WBO before Canelo fought Liam Smith. In hindsight, in reality, it was supposed to be Canelo versus Austin Trout, but Austin Trout according to his side. And I remember because I was covering at one point in time, Austin Trout was fighting on ESPN a lot, like ESPN Friday Night Fights, and he was building his shit back up, and he was doing good. It was one time he got knocked down. Who the fuck knocked him down? But anyway, he fighting this weekend, right? I gotta cover that fight. But anyway, moving on.